Greetings and welcome, Ars Malik here. This is a video that I have meant to do literally for I think 3 years, and I just never quite had a chance to do it. What I want to do, well, let me first tell you, I'll tell you what I want to do. This is a video for Jiggerbov and Felonious the Wizard. I am in my old map from beta 1.9 called Superheroes, and I'm actually in the Chicago portion of that map, which I built from memory back in 2011, wanting to focus on a couple certain things. So this down here is supposed to be the train tracks that run alongside the river. I am near the corner of Wacker Drive and Monroe, near the Sears Tower, now called the Willis Tower. And basically, I wanted to recreate the path that I take from the train to my work and back. So the trains would drive up here. This is Union Station. You would come out, you'd come up an escalator here or over on that block. You come out, you go across these bridges, and then you get over to Wacker Drive. And I want to show it to you here in the Superheroes map first. And then Wacker Drive, I took some liberties with what it looks like and the scale of things for the purposes of the map. There's a roadway down to Lower Wacker Drive. There's the dividing things in the middle. There's these two buildings here with a park in between, sort of. There's this building with the cool thing up there. The Sears Tower, which I thought was awesome back in 2011. Now this build looks really small. This sandstone building here, and I'm pointing these out for certain reasons. This main office building here, and then this opera house over here, and the bridge, the gatehouse for the bridge. So those are the key elements to this build. Everything else I just sort of built sort of randomly. Notice these V's, they're a little damaged, but the V structure here, the glass circle, and then the elevator banks with like yellowish walls. And then this overhang right here, and this little park thing back here. Okay, now I'm going to show you this same map starting from the same position in Jiggerbov's map called City of Love, because Felonious and Jiggerbov have both used this map as an inspirational seed for some of their own builds. So here we are in Jiggerbov's map, City of Love, without the resource pack. And here is the same spot. Here's the bridge, and you saw a bedrock wall here, but this is that sandstone that I said was Union Station. So imagine somebody walking out of Union Station, crossing this bridge here, which actually should have one of these bridge stations, whatever. You can see that the path has been altered a bit, so there's a larger park next to this brown building, and the other building has been moved over. And here's the bar in City of Love. This is the comic shop. This is the bar. The Sears Tower is the bank. I never realized that while playing. And then the way down to Lower Wacker Drive has actually been moved. There are trees planted along the median. And then this building, which was the sandstone building, has been replaced with the apartment complex. And here is the office building has been, as you can see, changed quite a bit to homes. Now, when you have the resource pack on for City of Love, it looks different. The opera house is mostly intact, but is now a hospital. And then this building became Robotic Industries. So I wanted to show you in these two maps, and I'm going to go back to my superhero map, because what I've been meaning to do for a very long time is actually walk this path in real life and take a movie of it. So I'm going to start here as if I'm in Union Station. All right, so I'm going to start off down there by the train tracks in the video. And then I'm going to come up right about here, and we will see the path, the real path. All right, so we're walking out to this. We're looking across. Now there should be a gatehouse there. Then we're looking down the river to the right. I've obviously didn't build a lot of that. Then we're going to walk over here, and we're going to walk on this pedestrian sidewalk across the bridge. And for whatever reason, I decided I would look down that way. We can't see the Sears Tower in this build. But we basically walk across the bridge. Now this building here has like a lot more openness to it than what's in my build, and this building should be closer to the water. Okay, now we're passing this building here over on this sidewalk because I want to stop and point out the apartment building from City of Love, which is the sandstone one. Okay. And we're going to look down this way, and we're going to look down this way. Now you can see that I put my Sears Tower a bit away from the corner, and then we look to the left and we kind of zoom in on this and this building here, which is the primary destination before crossing the street. All right, and then instead of crossing the street that way, I guess I decided to go this way, and I stood up on a little bit of a planter here. And I looked at the brown building, which is what becomes the comics shop, I believe, although it's moved over. And then this is the park between the buildings, and this is, let's see, this is the bar. So this becomes something else in City of Love. But this is what I'm looking at here in real life. Okay, so then we're turning as I cross here, and what I'm really pointing out on this building are these V's and the open lobby with the elevators inside. As I walk this way. And unfortunately, when I took this video, this wasn't open with a fire going, but there's construction here. So they're like repairing this glass or replacing it. I'm not sure what they're doing. So you can't get a good view of the open lobby anymore on this building. All right, we then get a view back across the bridge and then to the Opera House, which should be another block down, but in my Superheroes map, I didn't want to make the player go super far, so I put it right here. And now we are crossing the street and we're going into this building. Here's the reception desk. And I'm basically taking a look at the elevator banks, the trees here, and then the reception desk. Alright, then we're crossed through the lobby. Now, in real life, this exit here is actually up here near the front. But I wanted to pan down this street, again taking a look at this, what becomes the park in City of Love, and the apartment building. And right here you can see in real life there's an Aubon pane there. Okay, at this point in the real life video, I've actually moved over to here, which is the outdoor patio. Back here, this is where the bum is in City of Love, here going down to the water. And then looking across again at those train tracks on the other side of the river. And then finally, the last shot is really for Felonious. He's big into trains, so I thought I would stand in the train station and just look down the rows of the metro trains that take people, to, including myself, to their suburbs every day and back and forth to the city. Alright, now I've put on the City of Love resource pack and I'm just going to trace the same path, or as close as I can remember it. So I walked over to here, I took a look at what should be the gatehouse there, and then, oops, sorry, I looked too fast. Then I looked up here, can't see the Statue of Liberty, but, wow, it's because it's not in this city. Can't see the Sears Tower, but there's a blimp up there. And then you can look down the river this way. It's much more filled in. It's much more cool looking. Then I walked over here and I crossed the bridge. And I looked across while I did it. I don't remember why we put those. Well, I remember why we put the white things there. Now remember, in City of Love, the building, this building here, the pet shop, is actually... it goes Brown Building, Small Park, Pet Shop. This was moved across the street for purposes. So there's the pet shop, there's the park. And then this is where I looked at the apartment building. And then this should be, the pizza shop should actually be the brick building in my superheroes world. And should be the Willis Tower in real life. The down to Wacker Drive. So then remember in my video, I walked over to here and I was standing by on a planter looking at this brown building and then across at the little park and then at this building, which should be here. And then I continued looking across the street at these V's and at the lobby. Then I looked this way and I looked at the Opera House, which is a hospital in City of Love. There is no church here. This is Wacker Drive in real life. Crossed over to here. And I went through the lobby, which this version here actually looks a bit more like the real version. These have been widened a little bit. I came out through here and I did a look across the street here and then into the Aubon pane. And then I think I jumped back to over here. Actually over here, where I looked at the outdoor patio and then across the river at the trains. But like I said, in City of Love, we had to shift everything around. So the outdoor patio is actually back here. And the place where you start and stuff, you come in this fancy sports car is over here. So that's the evolution of real life buildings in Chicago. Oh, actually, some trivia. So this section in City of Love is a combination of my Chicago plus some of the buildings from my New York section of the Superheroes map, which I didn't show you. That's why this blimp is over here, because some of these buildings are actually from New York, and they were compiled in here. So that's it. I just wanted to show you guys, sorry for the shaky camera and such, but a little bit about what real Chicago looks like compared to what's in this map and what's been reused in City of Love and in Felonius's projects as well. Enjoy!